Alright folks, gather round, let's talk taxes. Specifically, the Indian tax system. It's a topic that sparks endless debate, countless memes, and let's be real, a whole lot of confusion. But understanding how it works, especially for the middle class, is crucial. Why? Because it directly impacts your hard-earned rupees. We're going deep into the heart of the Indian tax system, exploring its complexities and its impact on everyday citizens. We'll dissect recent changes like the new Income Tax Bill 2025 and compare India's system to the tax haven that is Dubai. Buckle up, folks. It's about to get real. This ain't just about numbers, folks. It's about understanding the system that shapes our lives, our incomes, and our future. So let's jump right in. Big news, everyone! The Indian government dropped a bombshell. The new Income Tax Bill 2025. It's here to replace the ancient relic that was the 1961 Income Tax Act. Think of it like trading in your grandfather's vintage Ambassador for a brand new electric car. Slicker, more modern, but is it really an upgrade? This new bill is all about simplifying the language, streamlining provisions, and dragging the system into the digital age. Say goodbye to the archaic assessment year and hello to the more relatable tax year. Virtual digital assets. They're officially on the taxman's radar. And get ready for more faceless assessments because, who needs human interaction when you're dealing with taxes? But hold on. Critics are calling it old wine in a new bottle. Why? Because despite the fancy new packaging, there aren't many major policy changes. The jury's still out on whether this new bill will truly ease the burden on the middle class. Alright folks, let's break down the proposed tax slabs for fiscal year 2025 to 26. This is where it gets real personal, because we're talking about your money and how much of it goes to the government. Up to 4 lakh rupees. Congratulations, you're in the clear, no income tax for you, enjoy that extra cash. 4 lakh 1 to 8 lakh rupees. Time to start contributing. You'll be shelling out 5% of your income to the taxman. 8 lakh 1 to 12 lakh rupees. The percentage creeps up as your income grows. You'll be saying goodbye to 10% of your hard-earned rupees. 12 lakh 1 to 16 lakh rupees. Another jump, folks. This time to 15%. Feeling the pinch yet? 16 lakh 1 to 20 lakh rupees. Buckle up because it's about to get real. 20% of your income goes straight to the government. 20 lakh 1 to 24 lakh rupees. The climb continues, reaching a hefty 25%. That's a quarter of your income, my friends. Above 24 lakh rupees. If your income's up here, congratulations. You've made it to the big leagues. But with great income comes great tax liability, a whopping 30%. So, there you have it. The proposed tax slabs in all their glory. The question is, do these slabs do enough to ease the burden on the middle class? We'll dive deeper into that later. Now let's talk about the middle class. The backbone of the nation, the engine of the economy. They work hard, pay their taxes, and dream of a better future. But the Indian tax system, well, it often feels like a heavy weight on their shoulders. Complexity is public enemy number one. Even with all the talk of simplification, the tax system remains a labyrinth of rules, regulations, and exemptions. For the average middle-class taxpayer, navigating this maze without a chartered accountant feels like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Then there's the issue of deductions. Sure, there are some, but they often feel like crumbs compared to the hefty tax rates. And don't even get me started on the compliance burden. Filing returns, maintaining records, and jumping through bureaucratic hoops can feel like a part-time job. The middle class isn't asking for handouts. They're asking for fairness, for a system that acknowledges their contributions and doesn't feel like a constant uphill battle. They deserve a tax system that works for them, not against them. Section 5. Sitharaman's Balancing Act, Juggling Growth and Relief. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has a tough job. She's tasked with keeping the Indian economy humming while also addressing the concerns of everyday citizens. So how's she doing? On the one hand, she's earned praise for her efforts to simplify the tax system and embrace digitalization. She's been responsive to public feedback, and that's always a good look. But on the other hand, critics argue that she's more focused on attracting foreign investment than on providing relief to the struggling middle class. The new tax bill, while touted as a major reform, has left many underwhelmed. Yes, it simplifies the language and modernizes the framework, but it doesn't fundamentally address the core issues of high tax burden and perceived inequity. Only time will tell if Sitharaman's approach will truly ease the burden on the middle class, or if it's just a case of rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Section 6. Dubai's tax haven, a stark contrast. Now let's take a quick trip across the Arabian Sea to Dubai, known for its glittering skyscrapers, luxurious lifestyle, and you guessed it, its tax-friendly environment. It's like a whole different world compared to India. Imagine this. No personal income tax. That's right. You earn it. You keep it. Corporate taxes, minimal and only for specific sectors. And forget about India's complex GST system. Dubai has a flat 5% VAT. It's no wonder that Dubai attracts a constant flow of expats and investors. Its tax system is simple, straightforward, and incredibly business-friendly. It's a stark reminder that it's possible to have a thriving economy without burdening citizens with an overly complex and high-tax regime. Section 7. The Indian tax system, a mixed bag. So where does this leave us? The Indian tax system is a bit of a mixed bag. It's a system designed to generate revenue for a vast and complex nation. But it's also a system riddled with complexities and burdened by legacy issues. On the plus side, it's a progressive system, meaning that higher earners contribute a larger share. And the government deserves some credit for its efforts to embrace digitalization and simplify the language. But the cons are hard to ignore. The system remains incredibly complex, imposing a significant compliance burden on taxpayers. Many argue that the burden of taxation falls disproportionately on the middle class, while the wealthy find ways to minimize their liability. The question is, can these issues be addressed effectively, or are they just inherent flaws in a system that's struggling to evolve? Section 8. The verdict. Is relief truly on the horizon? The new income tax bill. 2025 was touted as a game changer, a revolutionary overhaul that would usher in a new era of simplicity and fairness. But the reality is a bit more nuanced. While it does introduce some positive changes, it falls short of delivering the kind of comprehensive reform that the middle class had hoped for. The core issues of high tax burden and perceived inequity remain largely unaddressed. So, is relief truly on the horizon for the Indian middle class? The answer, my friends, is still blowing in the wind. It will depend on the government's willingness to go beyond cosmetic changes and implement bold structural reforms that prioritize the needs of its citizens. Only then can we truly say that the Indian tax system is working for everyone, not just a select few.